With the intrusive nature of technology, traditional ways of imparting education have steadily but radically changed. This profound disruption to what was considered the norm has therefore made it imperative for today's education administrators to source for more impactful ways of interacting with school children. For a quick discussion around this, we're now being joined here in the Lagos studio by Yejide Aina, who is fondly called the Illuminator. Yejide is a global development consultant and transformational strategist. She's also a former country finance controller at Etihad Airways. Good morning, the Illuminator. Good to have you in the studio.
Good morning.
I had to be careful not to call the other Illumina something, but you are the Illuminator.
Thank you. I am the Illuminator, and it's very simple.
And not the
other one.
Yes.
Exactly.
The Illuminator. It's very simple.
Yeah. Very great.
And thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.
Looks very good.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You are the founder of the Illuminators Academy.
Yes, please.
And I can see books. I can see these mugs and things. What have you got for us? Technology in the area of education and things like that. What's new about them?
Thank you for
welcome.
that beautiful question. I would like to start off like this. We all know that traditional education alone is no longer enough. It's no longer enough to prepare the young people, our girls, our boys, the early educators for the world of work. And why is that? It's because of the unprecedented changes in technology over the years, over the decades. Every day you have one new app, one coming up, one new app, one new technology. I mean, even the phone, everything. I mean, it speaks for itself. You wake up and there are new apps on your phone. And then, over the years, we have been teaching our children what to think, not how to think. And that is the most important thing, teaching them how to think. Traditional education previously has been, up to this moment, have been focusing on just assessment alone, not on lifelong learning, which is important. Look at Singapore. Everybody is talking about Singapore. Singapore is a very small country with little resources, but what did they get right from the get-go? Their education, their educational system rather. They have been able to focus and refocus their educational system to capture lifelong learning, starting from early learners. And at the Illuminators Academy, that's what we do. We focus on education, on transforming education. We focus on gifts and talents, articulating the gifts and talents of every young person. I believe that every human being, I repeat, every human being is gifted. Every human being has something. Every human being has greatness on the inside of them, whether they are poor, they are rich, regardless of their social status. What is not common is the exposure. That is it. From the streets of Lagos to the streets of Washington, D.C., the girl child, the giftings of the girl child are the same. What is not common to them is the exposure. And when I say from the streets of Lagos to the streets of Washington, D.C., I'm not just I'm not just creating poems. I have been to the streets of Lagos, and I have literally been to the streets of Washington, D.C. I have coached girls from Washington, D.C. The American University in Washington, D.C., I've coached girls from there, and I've actually coached girls from the streets of Lagos. And I recently did that with collaboration of Microsoft. You know, that's in the month of July, where I gathered girls from the rich background and the poor background. I gave them a level playing field. All of them wore the same T-shirts, you know, the same, but they didn't know that they were rich or poor. So I took all of them to Microsoft for innovation and life skills training. The result was amazing, like amazing. It was a premium mind shift. You could literally see it on their faces because their minds literally shifted. And you could measure that, because that's another thing. It's difficult to measure, sometimes it's difficult to measure impact. We hear organizations talking about, oh, we have spent so amount, like 10 million naira or whatever amount across 50,000 girls. What is the impact? What did they give them? Maybe food or clothing? You have not shifted their mindset. You have barely just touched their lives, but you have not shifted their mindset. So at Microsoft, of course, Microsoft did their thing. They were taught about innovations. They taught innovation and I handled the life skills. And the result was amazing. What about the life skills? We talked about their talents, their uniqueness, their goals, teaching them how to have vision, and some of the 21st century skills which are necessary for lifelong learning, and not only for the kids, actually. 21st century skills is not only for children, because it has become a buzzword that, we need to teach our children, we need to teach our youth, we need to carry them on this personal development journey. Even adults, we need it. So the question is, what are 21st century skills? 21st century skills, by my definition, these are skills that are needed by all individuals of all ages.
Including my age.
Thank you.
Now, I see that you have something there. What are these cups? I'd like to even know how you measure these impacts to start with.
Yeah.
You've talked about traditional learning shifting. Now, with the introduction of even things like apps like ChatGPT, how do you even begin to shift their mindset to even begin to interrogate them on how to learn? Because, I don't know how you can even shift from not even going on the app and just listening to you. Let's start with your cups first.
Okay,
what are these and why are they here?
Thank you. Let me correct you. Please, these are not cups. Okay. These are tools.
They're tools, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This.
Can I have one?
Yes, you can have a look.
Yeah.
Please help me. These are tools.
Girls.
PhD for girls.
Okay.
Yeah. So PhD for girls. Let's start with the naming. You can have a look too.
Thank you.
That's I think that's in Swahili. Do you speak Swahili?
I do not.
So we've got this in French.
Do you speak Swahili?
Oh, I can speak French.
I do not speak Swahili, but I have people. I have a community who speak Swahili.
Okay.
And these are PhD for girls. This is PhD for girls, transforming the mind. PhD for girls means personal transformation for humanity service delivery for girls. Yeah. So it's a tool. That's why I said it's not just a cup. It's a girl. This is called girl child letter mug. This is the girl child letter mug. On it, you can see a beautiful letter. So it's a full-blown letter curated from my heart to the girl child, to over 600 million of them all over the world. Why is that? It's from a heart of love to tell them that they are loved, they are valuable, right? And they have their lives have meaning. There's a whole lot, you can read the letter, the letter later.
To that young girl who feels lonely, abandoned and neglected with no one to mentor and coach her.
Exactly.
I say to you, do not despair, do not ever give up on yourself.
Don't.
Do not let your present circumstance define your bright future.
Thank you.
Like that.
Because their lives will still shine brightly. You didn't
Yes.
get that. Like diamonds in the sky.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that I really love them. And
Yes.
that they are amazing. They're absolutely amazing.
Those are great words of
encouragement.
Swahili
version of what
That's
you just
Swahili,
read?
yes. And they are in 13 different languages. And there's still more to come.
Where's
right?
the Yoruba part?
The Yoruba part, they are not here. This space will not be enough.
I just got confused. Why did you ask about Yoruba?
Because I would have loved to read that.
Yoruba, okay, so there are different languages too. Yes,
Yoruba
Igbo.
would go Odomobinrin. Yeah, yes.
No, please, let's talk about technology, the introduction of
GPT.
Let's start with that. How do you even try to gear the kids away from apps, using apps to learn?
Okay.
Because it will be so easy to just, I mean, those days when they'll ask us questions in school, you have to like, you know, actually use your brain. Now you can just go and chat anything you want, any question you want to ask.
It will solve any problem.
So how do you even get them to start thinking?
So this, thank you very much. So it comes with a tool. That's why I said it's not a cup. It's not just a cup. It's a tool. It's a whole package. This is a handout, and in that handout, it are captivating words. Captivating words that they can go home with after the training, right? Telling them, not after telling them they are loved, teaching them their uniqueness. See, I tell them that ChatGPT and ChatGPT is under artificial intelligence. There's so many of them, right? So many. So I make them to understand that technology is only a platform, right? We know that the world we were born into no longer exists. I make them understand. Because if you don't start like that, you won't get their attention. And then this is to shift their thinking. ChatGPT can solve all their problems, right? I take that back. Not all their problems. It can do a lot for them. But who they are matters the most. So you need to focus on their uniqueness. Start to bring out their personality, their uniqueness, their gifts and their talents. ChatGPT cannot replace their God-given talents. And that is the essence of this.
Thank you. And you've spoken about how you measure impact. How do you measure impact at your Illuminator Academy?
Thank you very much. One word, changed lives. Shifted mindset. That's how I measure it. So it's not about having 10,000 girls at the same time, but if you give me 50 girls, if you give me 100 girls, how has their mindset shifted? How do they see themselves? Give them hope, and the hope is tangible. Do you know what hope means? Hope is, in relating it to Nigeria of today, where we have suffocating grip of poverty, and then you ask a youth, what gifts do you have? What talent do you have? And then he or she goes, I don't have anything. I'm not gifted. I'm like, in the 21st century. So you first of all tell them that you matter. That is where this thing is important. So you tell them that you matter, your life matters, you have giftings, you have talents, that your future is the brightest, regardless of your prevailing conditions, and that you can make it. And they see it. Their faces light up, measure impact, and then they change. Because a changed mindset leads to a changed behavior, changed thinking. Poverty is not only lack of money, it's lack of this thing we call here. You can't see your future, you can't see yourself, you are stuck.
In your book, there's something about a growth mindset. Is that what you're talking about?
That's also part of it, growth mindset. Oh, you read it. But yeah, growth mindset, it's so important because there are so many challenges, and there will always be challenges, not only in Nigeria, anywhere in the world. Nigeria has its own complexities, its own unique challenges. Yes, it may be many times it is suffocating. However, inside challenges, right, lies opportunities. So I open their eyes to see that they need to see and understand, not just forcing them to cram it. It's not something you can cram. They need to practice it. They need to learn it. That they need to be, it's like illuminating their eyes of understanding to see that, wow, when I come across challenges, what do I do? They should not allow their lives to be cast in stone. Your life cannot be cast in stone. So when you see challenges, automatically you have to shift your mindset to be able to see that there are opportunities in it. And then those whose mind has been trained, those who have gone through personal transformation, they know that when they see challenges, they don't run away. They go for it headlong. And then at the end of it, they say that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Why at the end of the tunnel? Why not at the beginning? I don't know. That's how life is. It must always be at the end of the tunnel. But they come back with testimonies. They come back with results. And the girl who has her life cast in stone, who sits there, will now start feeling jealous. So I tell them, don't put yourself in the position that you start to feel jealous of the other girl. because you are not doing anything. They are doing something. So you need to do something because you have something. You actually have something. You have something too.
Thank you.
All right. What sort of school is Illuminators Academy? Is it just something for girls? Is it regular primary and secondary? What type of institution is it?
It's a personal transformation academic. It's not primary. It's not secondary. It's not it's for basically for youths and or any individual that wants to undergo personal transformation. You know.
Oh, okay. So where is this academy located?
Yeah, it's online.
Oh, everything is online.
Everything is online. So it's not. We don't have a brick and mortar.
Oh, I see. And you register and go through that training online. But did you start with girls? Like you are an advocate for the girl child, isn't it?
Yes.
So did you start with transforming girls? Do you have a program for just girls, or what is your program?
Oh, okay. I have programs for girls and I have programs for youth. I actually have programs for even early learners too. Yeah, and that's why I came up with this, curated this. I am a superstar. You can have a look. Yeah, I'm a superstar. This is telling the less privileged children, telling the less privileged children that they are superstars. They can be anything they want to be, regardless of their circumstances. Whoever they may be, wherever they may be, anywhere in the world.
Wow, great. So like my first question again was about girls. Did you start with girls?
Yes, I did.
Program.
Yes,
for girls.
I did. Yes.
And how has that been? What
I love that
What
question.
is the impact of your illumination?
Illumination. Yes, the impact has been that their lives have changed, right? And the review they write after the courses gets me emotional. So I'm like, okay, what if I didn't do this? So for me, that's a litmus test that I am on the right track. And then their parents come, I'm like, okay, what did you do to my child? What happened? She changed, he changed, oh my God. And then they pray and pray and pray and pray. I mean, what else can someone ask for?
All right, you sold me. I have a girl child.
I know.
I'm definitely coming to you after this. Would like to really thank you for everything that you've done, the impact that you have created, and your illumination.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's lovely having you here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to. I'm excited.
Thank you.